Alright, what up YouTube? Minecraft Wiz back here for part 2 of the way too much TNT mod. So I'm sorry, I actually realized that I did a little less than half of the TNTs last time, so this video may be a little bit longer. But so that it's not too long and too boring, I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit, because I know the last video was pretty long. So, let's just get things started right away. First thing here is the chemical TNT. It is crafted by a TNT times 100, a water bucket, redstone, and gunpowder. So this one's pretty cool. Just kind of shoots up and then boom. It kind of digs for you in a way, so that's pretty cool. So that's the chemical TNT. Let me just check something. Whatever, alright. So the next one is the reaction TNT. It is crafted by a chemical TNT and a compact TNT. And if you remember a compact TNT from part 1, you'll realize that this one is actually quite similar to it. Yeah, it just kind of shoots TNT everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Whoa! I actually found some diamond. That's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, actually that was a pretty big explosion. So, geez, actually that was a huge explosion. So, that's actually... Yeah, that's not that hard to craft, so that's like a really big deal that that's so cheap. So the next one is a Grove TNT. It's really only useful in creative because there's not much use to it, but I guess it could be useful in survival if you need some stuff. But all it really does is once it blows up, it just makes a lot of trees, and that's basically all it does. So that one's not that useful, but it's still kind of cool. So next is the digging TNT. It's actually incredibly useful in survival. I actually used it, and I got a lot. Actually, I used the drilling, which we're going to do next. It is crafted by TNT times 5 and a water bucket. Yeah, two TNT times 5s and a water bucket. So basically, I'm just going to light it. And it just builds a huge hole all the way down to bedrock. I think it's to bedrock. It might not be. Oh, no, sorry. It's not to bedrock. And it even places some water at the bottom so that you can jump down safely. So, I'm sorry. I just realized that I forgot to show you guys how to craft the Groove TNT. So, I'm just going to do that for you guys right now. You need 3 saplings at the top, 3 dirt at the bottom, 2 bone meal on the sides, and a TNT times 5 in the middle. So sorry, that's how you do that. Now, that was the digging TNT. So now we have the drilling TNT. It is awesome. It's basically just a much more useful version of the digging TNT. I'm gonna make this a surprise. Alright, so basically it just makes, it's very similar to the digging TNT, but look at how good this hole is. I mean, is it this one that goes down to bedrock? I'm not sure. I don't know if any of them go down to bedrock, actually. Nope. Yeah, this one goes down to bedrock. So yeah, that's really useful. I actually found a lot of redstone, and I found a lot of diamond when I did this, so I don't see any diamonds in this one, but, it can be really useful. And you craft that by a digging TNT and a TNT times 100. This is the erupting TNT. This is one of the more destructive ones, I guess you could say. But it's kind of self-explanatory. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. So, yeah, it basically just shoots a lot of TNT up. And, then it all falls back down, and basically, you're dead. So, whoops, you craft that by a compact TNT and fire charge. It's pretty self-explanatory. I actually figured how to do that without actually needing it. Without actually having to look it up. So this is the freeze TNT. It is crafted by a snowball, a water bucket, and a TNT times 20. So basically, all this does is it just makes a lot of ice. So it's actually can be really useful in if like you're trying to clear out some water area, because like I can just be standing right here, and then it turns into ice, so that I can like. So if you have a lot of these, it can make it really easy to like walk across a river, or get across an ocean. So that is the freeze TNT. The next one is really cool. It is the timer TNT. It is crafted with just a piece of redstone and TNT times 5. It doesn't do that much damage. I think it just does the damage of a times 5, so it's not that big. But it's really cool because it's basically a timer. So you let it go off, and it shows green TNT when you're safe. And then it gets yellow at some point. Yep, there it's yellow. And then, so now you know that you should probably start moving. And then once it gets red, then you know that it's going off, so you better move. So it's basically, if you set it off with a bunch of other TNTs, with like a bunch of timer TNTs, then it's good, because you know, like, you can basically use like a self-destruct thing almost, like blow up your entire building and escape. So, I'm not really doing these in order like I did last time. I'm just kind of throwing them around. So, let's just get some of these. This is the TNT firework. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna light it. Oh, whoops. It's crafted by compact TNT shaped like like you're making leggings. TNT times 5 in the middle and a firework star at the bottom. Boom. Uh-oh. Jeez. Ooh, that was a pretty big hole. So that's the TNT firework. Actually, yeah, I should have put. This is the ghost TNT. It is crafted by just a milk bucket and a TNT times 20. So it basically just kind of shoots up and randomly explodes. So, oh, whoops. As you can see, it just kind of disappears, and then it kind of explodes somewhere random, so you can't really see it. So it's not that useful, but it's kind of cool, I guess, if you're just randomly trying to have some fun and blow some stuff up. So this is the spiral TNT. It is crafted with an erupting TNT and a floating TNT. So let me just find some clear area that hasn't been completely destroyed. So like right here. So, yeah, it's pretty similar kind of to the firework TNT, except it kind of shoots it in like a circle, or like a spiral, I guess. So, yeah, that one's pretty cool. That could be really useful for mining, or for just destroying some major stuff. This is the custom TNT. I guess it doesn't really have a craft, so let's just see what it does. It kind of goes through a bunch of TNTs, and then it just randomly selects one. So, just like, let's see which one we get this time. Oh, we got the same couple. Maybe it does the same one every time? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Maybe that's what it does. I'm not sure actually. That's kind of strange. I thought it was just a custom one, but maybe not. I'll look at the wiki later, and I might post it on YouTube to see what it does. This is the Easter egg TNT. You craft it by 2 melon seeds at the top, right and left, 2 pumpkin seeds at the bottom, right and left. Sorry. 2 TNT times 20s at the middle, top and bottom, and 3 bone meal in the middle. So it spells something out. I think it says BSMPM. I'm not really sure what that means. But basically, this just shoots a whole lot of stuff that makes pumpkin and melon spawn everywhere. So that's actually pretty useful, I guess, if you're trying to be a farmer in your survival world. The next one is the Meteor Shower TNT. It's crafted by 4 compact TNT and an erupting TNT. So, I guess by the way it's crafted and its name, you guys can kind of tell what's in store for this one. So, oh, I guess it landed over there. Oh, it's landing everywhere. So, yeah, it's literally what it is. It says it's a meteor shower, and it is a meteor shower. And that's actually not that hard to make, so. Geez, it's still coming. So the next one is probably my favorite TNT in the game. It's called the Floating Island TNT. It is crafted by 2 multiplying TNT and floating TNT. I don't think we've gone over multiplying TNT yet, but we'll get to that soon. It's right there. So basically, here, there are some trees on fire, so we're not going to do it here. But here, there's a hole in the ground. So I'm just going to place this floating TNT here. Of course. There we go. So now, when it blows up, it's going to lag a little bit. So I'm actually just going to like look away for a second. And it's going to lag. There we go. So, what the heck? See? Whoa, this is actually a really good view of everything I've done. But what this does is it copies a little bit of the ground and just pastes it up here. So it's so cool. It doesn't copy like valuable stuff. I think I remember like it doesn't copy iron and diamond blocks or diamond ore or like chests filled with. It doesn't copy chests, but like. If you have a house down there and you have enough food to last like a lifetime, and you just want to have like a nice, cool floating house, just copy it up here, and then you can bring your stuff up later. And what I did, I actually made one of these in my survival world, and what I did is I got a water bucket, and I just flowed, like obviously I was in survival, but I just put like a bunch of the things down here, and then I could easily get up and down. And eventually, that's what I did first, but eventually I put ladders because they're like a lot faster to go up. So that's the Floating Island TNT. Let me just group the last couple. Actually, it's not the last one. So the first one is the Gravity TNT. This one's really cool. So you light it, and you stand near it, or I think you don't even have to stand near it. It kind of sucks you in, but it just kind of starts throwing you all over the place. And then when it blows up, it just shoots you, rockets you into the air. So this one is crafted by an Ender TNT and an apple. So that's, I don't know why there's an apple in there, but it's pretty easy. This is the inverted TNT. It is crafted by 4 multiplying TNT and a TNT times 100. This one is also one of my favorites probably, because it just looks so cool. Oh geez. Let the lag begin. There we go. Look at what it just made. It basically took the ground and shot it up. Like, I mean, look at it. It looks like a giant cobweb almost. That's so cool. So you can find ore a lot easier. Although, it must be kind of hard to get up here in survival. But, it just looks awesome in my opinion. Like, it looks kind of like a, like, sort of like an octopus with, like, 30 bajillion feet. I just think it looks kind of like an explosion, or like a, yeah, I'd say the best description of it is probably a cobweb. But I just thought that was so cool. And that's also not that hard to craft in survival. So this is the Multiply TNT. It's really cool. So basically, you can turn it on, and whenever it blows up, so it just multiplies whatever it blows up. So that blew up a lot of, it probably didn't, it didn't really work well because I did it on a tree, but like, it gave me 6 pieces of wood when it only broke 3. And so, basically, it just multiplies everything. But same thing goes with the Floating Island TNT. It doesn't multiply like diamond blocks or emerald blocks or whatever. It only multiplies like grass and I don't think it doesn't multiply like crafting tables or anything. But still, it's pretty useful if you're in need of grass or sand or wood, or you just need some cobblestone or whatever. It's pretty useful. So let me just get rid of all this stuff. So this one is the cubic TNT. This one's actually pretty cool. So when it blows up, it makes a cube in the ground. So I could just do this like a bunch of times, and it makes just a perfect cube. And it's a really good TNT for mining. So that's the cubic TNT. It is crafted by 9 cobblestone and a TNT times 5 in the middle. And I just realized that I forgot to show you how to craft the multiplying TNT. It's 4 gold ingots, 4 bone meal, and TNT times 5. So sorry about that. I keep forgetting to show you guys the things. But, okay, floating TNT, crafted by TNT times 20 and a feather. Incredibly easy to craft. I have a lot of these in my survival. So this one, it really matches its description. It just sort of floats up and then explodes. So, as you can see, it makes a pretty big explosion. So, it's pretty good for mining. You can set it up, like, deep down inside a cave. And it's really easy to make. Like, you can make, like, 1,000 of these if you get enough TNT. So that is the floating TNT. And now we're down to our last two, the animal TNT. This one is crafted by TNT and then a meat of basically all the animals. So raw pork chop, raw chicken, rotten flesh, and raw beef. So you can kind of predict what this does. It spawns every single type of animal. And I think it does it twice actually. So it's kind of like Noah's Ark. 2 of every animal. So yeah, that's pretty useful if you want to start a farm. But it's even more useful on peaceful because you don't get, like, blazes in your world. And there's also some things that are really useful, like a villager. You can trade with him, even if you're nowhere near a village. But yeah, then again, it's not very useful to have a bunch of endermen, pigmen, and witches running around. But so if you're in peaceful, it's a little bit more useful. But still, it's pretty easy to craft and it's pretty useful. This is the sand firework. It's crafted by, well, as you could probably guess, a lot of sand, TNT times 5, and a firework star. It's pretty self-explanatory what it does. It shoots sand everywhere. So, like you can see, there's some up in the top of that mountain. It's everywhere. So it's actually really fun to just play around with. Alright, so now we're on to the really good TNTs. The ones that are just outstanding and are so expensive in the game that it's crazy. But actually, they're not that expensive. I mean, if you're pretty good at survival, you should be able to make them. So this is the first one, mountaintop removal, which is perfect because I'm on a mountaintop. So you just need a flat TNT and uranium. Uranium, remember, is found when you use the, actually, I think there's uranium ore. Yeah, the uranium ore. Yeah, you find it in caves and stuff. So let the lag begin, of course. Alright, there we go. So as you can see, it kind of just flattened out this whole area. And it just got rid of all the mountaintops. So you can see it even did it to, like, the mountain over there. So it goes pretty far, and it got out a lot of area. So that's pretty cool, and it's crafted by, I'm actually not sure how this one's crafted. Oh, I showed you already, my bad. I was about to show you Mankind's Mark. So this is Mankind's Mark. It's really related to the house TNT. It just involves regular house TNT and uranium. So uranium, as you could guess, is pretty hard to come by in the game, but it's kind of like emerald. It's pretty rare, but if you go mining, you'll probably find some. So this is Mankind's Mark. It is so cool. I'm actually just going to stand right here so I can. It makes you a nothing. What happened? What happened? I guess I'll do another one. I don't know why. That didn't work. See? Yeah, that should have worked. I don't know why it didn't. There we go. It makes you a freaking mansion. I mean, look at this thing. This is a mansion. You go in, there's a door. It gives you 4 furnaces, a crafting table, a double bed, a lot of torches, and there's a freaking upstairs. This is the coolest thing ever. It gives you so many double chests, and you even have a balcony. That is probably the coolest thing I have ever seen. No, that's a total lie. But it's pretty cool. It's a very wealthy house. I mean, this is pretty. It would take a lot of time to copy this house. So that's the mankind's mark. Did I say man-kids earlier? I think I did. I'm sorry. It's mankind's. Alright, the next one is Poseidon's Wave. I'm going to do this down here. So, I think I showed you the ocean TNT in the last video. This is basically just a huge version of that. And when I say huge, I mean huge. It just covers, like, your whole land with water, and it makes it rain. So, it's actually pretty cool. It kind of looks like Venice. So, because it just feels like any space that, any space that it can fills with water. So, that's pretty cool. And that is crafted by Notion TNT and uranium, just as you would expect. Now, this one is Hexadron. It's crafted with a cubic TNT. I know, I've memorized this one. It's a cubic TNT and uranium. It's really cool. The particle effects on this one are amazing. And this TNT is actually really useful. It makes a huge cube that makes it really easy for mining. So, yeah, that one's pretty useful. Now, the last one, the Revolution. Hold on to something for this one, guys. 'Cause this one is pretty big. Mega lag. I mean, look at that. That blew up everything. That blew up our mansion. Come on, Revolution, you stink. Blew up everything. But yeah, it's a spiral TNT and uranium, and it's so freaking awesome. I have a server that I played on this with a couple of friends. I destroyed their houses. It was hilarious. I'm really mean, but the server wasn't working, so I had to shut it down anyway. So I might as well have just destroyed everything. So that is it for all the TNTs. There's just one more thing that I forgot to tell you guys. There is dynamite in this mod, and it takes a lot of the kind of like the easiest TNTs, the ones that don't destroy everything, and just puts them into dynamite, so you can just throw it. So there's regular TNT, TNT times 5, times 20, times 100, times 500, meteor, flat dynamite, mining flat, compact dynamite, cubic dynamite, ghost, nuclear, ender, vaporize, hellfire, ocean, snow, dynamite, fire, erupting, chemical, and floating. And ender is actually really fun, because you can just place like a bunch of them and fly all over the place. You can even do go straight into midair. And then there's a glitch where if you keep spamming, it actually shoots you up again. So you can go pretty high with this thing. Let's go to the moon. You guys feel like going to the moon? But yeah, that's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna have to say my favorite videos to record and to post are probably the mod reviews. So I'm gonna be posting a lot of these now, and also for every mod that I do a review of, I will also be posting how to install it. I will be doing it for Mac. Sorry, Windows users, but I only have Macs in my house. So stay tuned for those. If you want to learn how to download this mod, I will probably have that video up before you know it. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. If I made a mistake in this video or you want to tell me or whatever, you can post it in the comments. And I'll try to respond to every question that I get. So, yeah, thank you guys, and I forgot to mention last video, I got 24 subscribers, which is a big deal for me because, my goal was to get to 20, and, I got it, about a month ago, and I hadn't posted a video since then because I was kind of busy. So I just want to say thank you, and stay tuned for more Minecraft. So that's basically it. So see you guys.